24/7. It was totally immersion. The moment they got in the car, they were in that car longer than 10 minutes, they had to be reading. So they had to leave books in the car. I had one of my nieces, she came to me and she said, "Hey, Uncle Roland, I want to watch TV." I threw her a look, she said, "Read a book." I'm like, precisely. And so it's, I just gave them several books. I got, 1,000 books at home. And that to me is the fundamental issue. So I told this woman, I said, I don't want to hear that crap about prison industrial complex. I said, if they stay in school, if they graduate, that's the best way to combat that.
And see, the issue is everyone cannot teach reading. We assume that teachers can teach reading. So what we have to do is make sure that every child in school, even if it's you have one teacher in the school that that principal knows can teach reading, let that be the reading teacher. Well, you must have intensive care reading labs in each one of these schools, just like in a hospital.
I went to the National Press Club where Marion Wright Edelman released the State of Black Children in America report, and we carried it on the show. Jeffrey Campbell was there as well with the Harlem Children's Zone. She said that many of our children are showing up school first day not even knowing 250 words. Canada says because of infant mortality, because of prenatal care, he said black kids are behind even in the womb compared to white kids. And so the argument that I keep making all across this country is you can blame a teacher, but somebody has to confront what's happening from the first day a child is born until they're 5. I said if nothing is happening in those 5 years, your kid is behind them when they walk into a school. And you can't blame that one on any school district. I said because you're the first teacher.
But what happens is a school is like a hospital.
Yeah.
So in hospitals, you have intensive care.
That's right. That's
so
right.
some children can go to the regular part of the hospital.
That's right.
Others have to go in intensive care. You got to make them well. You got to make them better, and then they join the rest of the hospital. And that's what we're missing. And it's basically African American boys.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
For some reason, I don't care what anybody says, and until we segregate that population and focus in on them and teach them how to read before they get to 3rd grade, we're just whistling Dixie.
I agree. And that's also why you look at the graduation rates in Detroit, 25%, Chicago, 35%.
But you go to a graduation and you can count the boys.
Oh, please. Wait a minute. But when you go to the college level,
they're absent.
You have like Fisk University, nearly 80%. It's nearly 80-20 females to males.
That's my school. I know.
And I sit there and I tell folks, I'm like, look, I said that's it, because for me, my parents made us, even when school was out, we had to do about 300 books a summer. And that was, so we would go to the library every week. And if you didn't walk out of there with at least 10 books, you had a problem. And in 1 week, you had to read all the books.
But that lady who you were talking to in the audience, she is not responsible. So as a community, that becomes our responsibility.
Well, she got mad at me. I said, baby, I told her, I said, baby, you can get mad at me all you want to. I said, I don't care. It was so funny. The superintendent of Houston sitting right next to me. I said, I got this one. I said, I got this one. I know he was like, man, I'm sure glad he's sitting up here. Because I just told her, I said, I cannot tolerate any of your excuses. So it's not going to happen.
There's no need for any.
All right.
We'll
tell about it.
Yeah.
All right, go count those hats.
Okay.